Oh, Lord.
Oh, my goodness.
Lord. It's Nadine.
Looky here. Honey, I'm glad somebody came by to beautify this place.
Nadine, be nice.
You get her. You
What
get
you-
her.
I tell you what, I just wore out today. I got, I try to do what they tell me, just take one day at a time, but sometimes just several days just tack me all at once, What you got today, Renee?
Well, whatever you want, Nadine, you know.
I guess I just need my
Nadine's wants
usual.
her usual.
No.
We know what Nadine
Well, I tell you what, you got anything sweet?
Yeah, we do.
Well, good, because that skinny woman's screaming in there, and usually I can knock her out with a couple of pies or something. Maybe some coffee. Yeah. Well, Bill Anderson.
Well, Nadine.
Lordy mercy, I cannot believe you're here. I just read your book for the 5th time.
Bless your heart.
Yeah. Are you a songwriter? I thought you was an author. No, I'm kidding. I like that book. It was called I Hope You're Living as High on the Hog as the Pig You Become, or something like that.
Yeah. Pig you turned out to be.
I got that from my husband, but he won't read it. Homer won't read it, but I sure did read it.
Why'd you read it 5 times? Did you have trouble understanding it the first 4?
Honey, my memory is gone. Only thing I can retain is water. Well, just some pine coffee, I think. All righty.
Right there.
And Larry, sometime after I eat, I need to talk to you about that Lucille over to church. She's just
Why?
screwing up our bulletins like something crazy.
All right.
I can't talk about it now. I need to eat. But
Well, what about Homer? You got anything going on with Homer?
Homer's busier than a one-legged man at a butt-kicking contest. I got him home cleaning house.
Oh,
Yeah, but I told him I wasn't cleaning no more. He just messes it up. I clean it, he messes it up. I told him, I ain't doing it no more. I said, people start coming to my house, I'm just going to pull out my get well cards, throw them around, put me a blanket on the couch, and shoot, half time I can get, 9 times out of 10, I can get a free meal out of that. But I ain't cooking. I told him I ain't cooking no more either. Homer and I ain't cooking no more. I'm doing them microwave dinners, and Lord only knows how much sodium's in that thing. Deer's been following us around for 2 weeks.
I heard you went on a cruise. Did you go on a cruise?
We did.
Senior, was it a senior?
It's a senior cruise. You ain't been on none. You're too young for a senior cruise.
You and Homer
This
been
boy
on-
right here has probably been on several of them.
Nadine.
I bet you and Lou Ann's been on some. Lou Ann's too young, but I bet you took her on some. Yeah, we went on some. It was a cheap one. It was for our 60th wedding anniversary.
Aw.
Might have been 50.
Oh.
I don't, but anyway, the average age on that ship was deceased. I'm telling you, it wasn't a whole lot of fun. They had to grease the shuffleboard for them boys to play on it. And the favorite pastime of the whole thing was nodding off. I went in the casino. They got this little casino. I went in there. They did. And I went in there to pray for all them
You a
people in there.
godly woman?
I took my book in there, and I sat down there at the table, and I prayed for all them people, and I put my glass of water right there, and some idiot put his teeth in it. It made me sick. I just got sick. And Homer got so seasick, Lord, I told him, I said, I just went in there and told our waiter, why don't you just take his food and throw it overboard, and let's just eliminate that middleman. But now, Larry,
Yes, ma'am.
I want to tell you something.
Okay.
Oh, well, I need to tell Bill something.
We'll go right ahead,
Homer,
Bill.
my husband Homer, he's trying to write some songs. Now, he's getting old, but he's working pretty hard on them. And I got one I'd like to run home and get and let you read it.
Okay.
The title of it is, If the Phone Don't Ring, You'll Know It's Me.
I like that.
Now, I'm going
I
to
like
bring
that
that down.
it's got a ring to
It
it.
does. I like you.
That's one of the few
But
that you like.
it is. I don't like too many people. I don't see too many people in here I like. There ain't too many people in this town I like.
Ooh.
That looks good.
Oh, Nadine.
You got any Hershey's chocolate?
I already drank it.
This'll do. This'll do. All right, Larry, I need
All
to
right,
get down
bulletin.
to business here.
Yeah, bulletin.
Let me get just some sugar in my system so I can. Oh, well, first of all, I found the first one.
Yeah, these are mistakes in the bulletin?
We get out of church
Yeah.
Sunday, and I got in the car, and
Too much sugar for you?
oh, not enough.
No.
And I saw this, Lucille. She's getting old, but I think we're going. You as member of the board need to replace her.
Well.
Y'all need to do that. Now, I love her to death. I wouldn't sit here and talk about her, but she's got in here. She's got Irvin Benson and Jesse Carter will be married on October 24th in the church. So ends a friendship that began in their school days. Now, I know Irvin's mama, and she ain't gonna be happy. I don't think it's funny.
Well, it's not.
I think y'all gonna have to do something about this because it happens every single Sunday.
That's just one.
Well, listen to this one. Now, this is a good one. A bean supper will be held on Tuesday evening in the church hall. Music will follow. Well, now, you darn tootin', music's gonna follow.
Emphasis on tootin'.
I mean, you know what? That's right. I got a friend I can bring. Well, there's Jared Black. I could call his wife in there because we sometimes have contests. Yep.
I don't think I want to know about that. Yeah.
But anyway, let me take back to
All right.
this. This is serious. The last one is here. She's got 3, and it's almost like 3 every week. It says, at the evening service tonight, the sermon topic will be, what is hell? Come early and listen to our choir practice. Now, I took offense at that because
You're
I
in the
am
choir.
in the choir.
I figured that, Nadine.
And I, you know what? That girl could ruin a 2-car funeral. And I think y'all need to talk to Pastor Tom and do something about her. I do. I think
Nadine.
The wheel is turning, but the hamster is dead.
You eat your Sunday, and we'll take that under advisement. We will.
Better.
Oh,
Because I'll be in here next week to talk to you about it.
Thank you, Nadine. Hey, don't forget, there's a store down below. You can get Country's Family Reunion and Larry's Country Diner stuff.
Let's get her out here.
Here she comes.
There it is.
Look out. Give her room.
Hey, Nadine.
Woo, baby.
Give her. You said give her room. You think I'm getting that big?
You can interpret it any way you want.
Good to see you guys here. You're pretty good on that sucker. I heard you way out down in the parking lot. I tell you what, I'm getting worried. I've come to the conclusion that my brain, my memory is like an Etch-a-Sketch. I just shake my head and everything goes away.
Etch-a-Sketch, that's a good example.
I got me some of them memory foam insoles.
Yeah.
Those things don't work. I still can't remember nothing. They said you'd remember when you walked in the kitchen what you went in there for. It don't work. I ain't worried about getting old, though. These young people, they got to worry about getting old. I don't.
Because you're already old.
I'm already old. I tell you, you know you're old when you go in Cracker Barrel and your childhood toys are hanging on the ceiling.
That's it. Amen.
A rabbit runs and hops and lives 15 years. A turtle crawls around, lives 450. My doctor wants me to exercise. I ain't doing it. I don't see any reason in doing that. Emmy Jo, Keith's wife, told me that there's antiques are a big thing now. You know, everybody's wanting antiques. They said about 15 million people are big antique people.
Yeah.
I'm not a big antique person.
You're much in demand, too.
Yeah. That's probably why I don't like antiques.
That's good.
She said that you know, a lot of people's got those things that are old and funny looking and don't work. I said, well, shoot, I'd call that a husband. I wouldn't call that an antique.
Here.
My grandkids was over there and wanted to know what it was like when I was growing up. I took their phones away and turned the internet off and gave them a popsicle and told them to go outside until it got dark.
Yeah, that's it.
Parents, we got to get play dates for the kids. We never had play dates. Mama sent us out in the morning and said, don't come back till nighttime, and one of us usually ended up on Unsolved Mysteries, like God intended. Didn't do it. People are such sissies now. Well, I'm gonna go on. I tell you, you know what? This time of day, I just start downhill fast.
You forget where you're going?
No, I know where I am. I was talking to Jared about that out there. He said they didn't have anything for that. I'm gonna put the sign up.
And it's going to say?
One way to get the last word is to apologize and answer that phone.
Nadine, it's your phone.
It's for you.
If that's Sue, I'll take some more of them cookies.
Okay.
Okay. She's got a girl that makes good cookies.
So were you finished?
I'm through. Yeah, I told you my church sign.
Well, I was
missed
busy.
it.
We
What was
missed
the
it.
church sign?
One way to get the last word is to apologize.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I'm
See,
sorry.
y'all don't have any memory either, do you?
I'm sorry.
I don't believe it.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Here comes Nadine.
Speaking
Here
of
comes-
879.
Stop cheering for Nadine.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Hey,
y'all
Nadine.
doing?
It's good to see you.
Well, I tell you, it's good to be here. My age, it's good to be anywhere.
Join the crowd.
I know it. You know, I'm about ready to take back all those times I didn't want to take a nap as a kid.
That's a slow burn.
Keith, come on.
I just caught it. That's good.
I tell you, songwriters, y'all are good songwriters.
Well, thank you.
Thank you,
That's
dude.
good. I always wanted to do that.
Write songs?
I always wanted to do that. I just never
Larry's got an
understood.
opening on Thursday.
Do you? Well, honey,
Come over here. We'll try it right now if you want to.
anything I wrote would go over like a pregnant pole vaulter. Don't think you'd want to hear mine.
But you might be able to work that in a song.
That's right.
Pregnant
That's right.
pole
Yeah.
vaulter.
It's got a lot of alliteration. I like that.
Yeah, my husband's name's Homer, and I was reading him the newspaper this morning because he don't read it very much, and I'm trying to keep him educated and up to date on things. And there was somewhere they were talking about overpopulation in the world, and they said that there was a woman in the world having a baby every 4 seconds.
Wow.
You know what my husband said? They need to find that woman and stop her. I said, you know, the lights are on, but somebody's been playing with a dimmer switch. His brother and sister had to come over and stay with us because they had a house fire and they had a lot of smoke damage. And so they're over there, and it's about to drive me crazy. In fact, that's why I'm here today.
Getting out of the
They're
house.
down there at home. We had a house fire. No, we had a fire in our bathroom several years ago, but thank the Lord it didn't make it to the house. It's all right. But anyway, Homer's brother's wife, Lois.
I have used
Lois.
an outhouse before.
I have too.
That's a two-holer.
Yeah, well, ours was just a one. We weren't as rich as y'all was.
We were uptown, man, uptown. South Dakota, Pierre, South Dakota.
Yep.
Two-holers up there.
Only Sears and Roebuck catalog I ever saw was in there. We never ordered
All right.
anything. I don't know why. I guess that's why we had the catalog.
Now, this is a fact. Keith knows this.
I do?
When we were doing mornings with WSM with Liz White, we used to do all these silly things, looking up things. They could not sell toilet paper when it first came out because people, the thought was, why waste a clean sheet of paper when you've got catalogs?
That's right. Absolutely. Makes sense.
I know.
I mean, escalators. People wouldn't go up escalators because it was, and the seeing eye doors, some of them wouldn't walk through seeing eye doors. They go, that thing just opened.
I know. I've gone round and round in those that go. get caught up in there and you can't
When
get
Larry
out.
was just a kid, you know, he was so from the country, he got stuck on an escalator one time.
Couldn't get off.
Think about it a minute. Work with me.
Couldn't get off.
Stuck on an escalator.
I'm
Well-
sorry, I sidetracked you.
Oh, no, that's all right. My memory will come back after a while.
That's what we were doing. We were doing a Country's Family reunion thing, and Roy Clark comes up there, and he did not know what he was doing. Bill asked him a question, and he starts to answer, and he goes, has his guitar, and he goes, "What'd you just ask me?"
I tell you, it's fun, ain't it? Just making new friends all the time. It's pretty sad to me, but anyway, Homer's my sister-in-law, I should say, she's my sister-in-law, Lois. She's getting ready to celebrate. She says she's getting ready to celebrate her. She's looking forward to her 59th birthday. Mm-hmm. But I told Homer, I think she's looking in the wrong direction. I said, I don't think she'll ever live to be as old as she looks. She said her family came over on the Mayflower, and I said, well, I hope the immigration laws are stronger now than they were back then.
Now, just remember, you can take these back to your community and insult all your friends.
That's right.
Go ahead.
I was trying to make conversation with her the other morning in the kitchen. She's just not right. I told her, I said, did you know it takes 3 sheep to make a sweater? And she said, well, Law, I didn't even know they could knit. I could have smacked her. Ugh, I just left. I came down here that day, I think. She's too slow to catch a cold. She has real black hair, real dark black hair, but she started wearing long sleeve blouses so it don't show. And I'm not saying she's overweight,
But
the last picture was taken by satellite. I ought to bring her down here, but y'all probably don't want to stay in business.
that's right.
I'm gonna eat this, and I'm gonna go on over and put that sign up. It's gonna be about health food, I think.
The church sign?
I'm gonna put in there.
Just for the health of it?
Yeah, the best vitamin for a Christian is B1.
Oh, good. I like that. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And if you're going to be a musician, don't be flat.
That's right. That's right. Jerry, Jimmy.
Can I go now?
Jerry, Jimmy, yeah.
Yeah, the sheriff. The sheriff. It's all right.
It's my new friend.
That's right.
She's got an
Here
apron
comes
on. This
Nadine.
could be trouble.
Hey, Nadine, you got an apron on.
I heard there's a cooking show in here.
Well,
I
no,
thought
it's a
Johnny
diner.
Lee-
We don't.
Well, hey, you need help, believe me. I thought I'd just come in here and help. I saw some old man out there in the parking lot, and he was out there saying, this old world sucks. I'm so sick of it. I said, hey, you know what? If it didn't suck some, we'd all fall off.
That's right.
Johnny Lee.
Nadine, honey, is that you?
I ain't seen you since Branson.
I know.
Pink guitar string. Some things happened, changed, or anything since we saw you last?
I just trying to match you.
Well, hey, that looked
See,
good.
you were a big inspiration in my life when I first met you, Nadine.
Well, that's good.
I walked up to Nadine, she held that Bible right up to me. I said, no, I'm all right, I'm all right.
Banged him over the head with it a couple of times. Don't look like it did any good.
Johnny's the one, I think, that woke up in a motel one night, just a little hungover, and he said, I'm going to try what them people doing that just open the Bible and stick my finger down, and I'll do whatever it says.
Yep.
And he opened the Bible and put his finger down, and it said, Judas went out and hanged himself. And he goes,
Whoa!
well, that doesn't tell you to do anything. Let me try another one. Blam, blam. Go and do thou likewise.
Well, I remember when I was in Las Vegas and I looked at the Bible thing. On top of the Bible, they had this, if you got a drinking problem, call this phone number. And I called it, and there's a liquor store across the street.
Oh, no.
It's probably written on your hand. Well, I'm glad to know you're underlining the Bible. That makes me feel a whole lot better.
Oh, I'm up with that.
All right,
I'm
that's
good with
good.
I
That's
didn't
good.
know that you and Homer. I knew you had a son. I didn't know he had a daughter.
Yeah.
Did you know your daughter's in the diner today?
You wouldn't believe it by looking at us, would you?
Wouldn't believe it by looking at her.
That's what I'm saying.
Scott, get a picture of that girl right over there. That's Rhonda. That's
now,
Nadine's daughter.
That's right.
Your daughter?
That's right.
That's her daughter.
You and Homer? You're kidding.
Mama.
Sure was nice of you to adopt a child.
There ain't no way in.
But Mama.
Me and Homer you wouldn't be alive 5 minutes with Homer, honey. I'm telling you.
I was singing to Rhonda a minute ago, just a closer walk with Lee.
You're a bad boy. Bad boy. I'm going to call the congregation together and we're going to have a special prayer tonight.
Special prayer meeting, man. I'll bring the oil.
Give me some for that airplane seat on the right back. Make it a little easier on me.
Hey, I hear you got a cookbook. I just found that out.
I did. I do.
Yeah.
I have it.
Yes, you do. I brought that for y'all.
Look at there. Look at the name of that.
Chef
Now, wait a minute.
Boyardee.
The camera's right there.
Oh, sorry.
It's a TV
I'm
show.
used to these things.
You know what? I was on the road. Me and Bill Anderson and a bunch of people was
Chef
signing
Boyardee.
autographs after the Chef Boyardee. Yeah, man. You just now got that
I
right.
mean, that is original.
Chef Boyardee.
This is original.
But
Chef
Bill
Boyardee.
Anderson's autograph line was real long. And there's all these ladies standing in line. They're buying his cookbook. I said, I got a bunch of recipes. I'm gonna put one together. So I made it like a 3-ring binder. That way, when I get a new recipe or something, I put it on my web page or something, and people can just click it right in.
For $5.98, they can get another page.
Yeah.
Page is free. The information on the page. No, but there's some fictitious recipes in there too.
You got one in there for like grilling a pig or something?
Yeah.
See? Okay.
I got elephant stew also.
Oh. Well, I got a friend of mine, Martha and Earl, and they're celebrating the 50th wedding anniversary, and they own a pig farm. And she was wanting, since it's going to be their 50th, she was wanting to kill one of them pigs.
Yeah.
And she was going to cook it, and he said, well, I don't know why you have to blame a pig for something that happened 50 years ago. But we'll have to look into that. There might be one in there. You know, I'm doing one that's on desserts. I don't cook dinner. I just do desserts. Life is too short, so it's just desserts only. Yeah.
But you already got it out.
Well, no, I
No,
ain't
I've got it out.
yet.
It was under the table.
Yeah.
I see.
It's going to look better than this. Yes.
What, yours or mine?
The inside.
Oh, the inside.
Yeah, the
See,
inside.
mine doesn't look like it has that many recipes. It's got 200-something recipes in
Does
there.
it?
I
They're just
opened
little
it-
bitty ones, huh?
Just open a page and it says, additional hurt, pain, and suffering.
That's my book. I do some counseling in there along with recipes.
I can't wait to have me some of that.
Seize the moment. Remember all those women on the Titanic who waved off the dessert cart?
My mama was on there. She waved it off.
Oh.
I tell you what, you don't think two women think alike? You just go to a potluck dinner. Y'all done that? We've done that. We've had all, like, pinto beans, 15 jars, 15... What do you call them things?
Yeah.
Whatever, I don't know. I need some chocolate, that's what it is. You know, I would give up chocolate, but I ain't no quitter. And if you can give it up, I think it means that there's a deeper problem somewhere.
It was made for eating.
I mean, you don't waste chocolate.
No.
Haste makes waste, but so does Metamucil. I mean, I've gone to the store and bought chocolate, and then I got out in the car and I thought, oh shoot, I've got to run that other errand. Sit out there in the car and eat a pound of chocolate with my Diet Coke because it's gonna melt on you. You know, it's gonna melt on you. Speaking of cooking, you know, I told Larry the other day, Homer says that where there's smoke, there's dinner. And we had a fireman come by our house last night. We'll make sure our house numbers was bright enough or big enough or something. I said, hey, buddy, let me tell you something. If you're in a fire truck and you're coming down this road, you just go to the house that's on fire, okay? Don't be looking at the house numbers. But anyway, I'm going on over there and I'm going to put
Church
a sign up.
sign? Need
And
one.
Since we're talking about cooking today,
Yeah.
I thought I was going to do this one. Warning, exposure to the sun, S-O-N,
yeah.
may prevent burning.
Oh, that's good.
Did you hear that,
That's
Johnny?
good.
I just got that.
That's Johnny.
Some more of those sounds.
Here comes Nadine.
Uh-oh.
Lord help us.
We better straighten up.
Hey, Nadine.
Wow.
How are you?
How you doing?
Nadine.
I'll tell you what, I'm tired today.
You ought to be.
My insomnia, what does that mean? Just because I'm old.
Uh-huh.
My insomnia is getting worse. I can't even sleep now when I'm just about ready to get up.
Amen.
See? Jean Shepherd.
Isn't she great?
I tell you, I bet we got a lot in common. Of course, she's
How
been
old
on.
is she? She's married to Benny, not Homer.
I don't know. You're Benny. Your hubby's Benny.
Yep.
Mine's Homer.
Really?
He's about as useless as a pocket on the back of a shirt. But you know what? You look good.
Thank you.
You look good. They got good makeup people here at the diner.
I know.
In case them y'all won't get made up after you eat. Yeah. When they told me if I was going to get to come on here, they got a good crew. I think they're the ones that restored the Statue of Liberty. But you've been on there for 55 years.
Yes, 56 in November.
56. Well, I'm just trying to catch up with you here. I'm going to try to catch up with you. But I hear that you were the first country music star that did a color TV commercial.
Did you
It
really?
was a beer commercial.
Well, law.
She's Baptist,
Law. I wish I didn't know
Catch that
that.
lady, don't let her out of here.
Were you wrapped in your electric blanket at the time?
No, my husband was.
Oh.
He got mad because I took his blanket off the bed last week. Electric blanket.
Got
Ooh.
ticked, huh?
This is summertime.
What?
I know. But he's cold-natured.
When they get old, they get cold. They do.
You're right.
They do. They get old. And I hear you're one of 10 children.
Yes, ma'am.
That's another thing we have in common. But all of hers was musical.
Ah.
That's where it stops. They
None
don't
of
let me
yours are
sing.
musical?
No. But anyway, going back to being old, I've decided, though, that I do need to stay in shape.
A what?
Stay in shape. You got to stay in shape.
Okay.
That's why I picked the shape of old woman.
They got any left?
But the older I get, you appreciate good lighting, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
The lighting and everything. I think off switch is my favorite. Yeah. Well,
I got on the scales the other day, and I told Benny, I said, I'm just looking so old. I'm getting fat and saggy and everything. He said, well, your eyesight's still good.
you know what? He might be Homer's long-lost brother. I bet he is. Well, and I quit ironing, too. I said, shoot, if I ain't wrinkle-free, why should my clothes be? But he asked me, our anniversary's coming up. He asked me where I wanted to go. I said, I want to go somewhere I ain't been before. He looked at me and he said, why don't we go to the kitchen?
Did you take that off?
Can you believe that? No, I smacked him. I'm tired
I think
of
we
it.
got a lot in common.
I think we do too. I think we do too. And they know how to change a toilet paper roll. They know.
Oh, God.
But if they did, it'd just ruin the whole game, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, question. Do you do the toilet roll so that the paper comes over the top or goes behind it?
Always over the top.
Yes.
All right.
We learned that in home ec, didn't we?
Yeah.
However,
60 years ago.
Yeah, that's
if
about
you
right.
have cats, you do it so that it goes backwards, because when a cat starts doing this, you're going to have toilet paper all over the floor if it comes over the top.
Well, you don't get a cat.
Now, there you go.
And if you do, you wear him out if you find him doing that. I got
You
one, but he
declaw
don't
the
do it.
sucker.
Kind of like you did Homer, huh?
I did.
Did you
Yep.
declaw him?
Well, no, I didn't declaw him. They have things against that. I tried, but they they have things against that. He said, you know, there wasn't any use in arguing with me anymore. He found that out early. He said, it's just like taking a knife to a gunfight. Me and him's been reading this book. He had one and I had one. They say it's about the thinnest book you've ever read, and I think it is. I read it in about 3 minutes. It was what men know about women and what women know about men. We read that. It's a real little book.
Which one was the longest version?
What men don't know about women.
That was longer? Yeah.
Or what they know about women, I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to go on over there and put the sign up.
Church sign.
Yeah, church
Yeah.
sign.
What's it going to say?
It's going to say, never give the devil a ride because he'll always want to drive.
Yeah, there you go.
Very good.
There you go. All right, Nadine. You were speaking of good.
I warned you. Nadine!
What? What is this?
It's my service dog.
You need servicing.
It is. Excuse me.
Hey there. Hey there. How
What was
are
that
you?
about?
So you hang out with old ladies? Whose dog is it?
It's Opry Dog.
That's Opry dog.
I don't
a
look like
famous
Opry
dog.
dog.
It is. He tells me when I'm getting ready to fall asleep.
That's the sheriff's dog. Wow. Now, how come you got two handles on him?
Sheriff sleeps
Her.
on the floor.
It.
The dog sleeps in the bed.
Because she's lazy?
She has arthritis.
Oh. I know them rightest boys, and Arthur's the worst one. What are you doing?
I'm just laughing at you.
I like that dog.
You ought to put that kind of leash on Homer.
Honey, you
Control.
can't put a leash on Homer. Couldn't drag him around. How you doing, Tony?
I'm great. How are you?
Good to have you.
Thanks for having me.
You're black.
I am.
What?
I knew he'd get a kick out of that. No, I laughed because I heard everybody hears you, and then they come up to you and they go, "You're black."
Yeah.
I said, "Well, it's a good thing because he didn't know that."
He's black too.
Yeah. Where? Who's that?
Larry.
Larry. Okay.
Yeah,
Larry Black,
Larry
yeah.
Black.
I got you.
I'm almost got food in my mouth.
I've got some in me,
What?
black,
Oh, I got food.
because I can dance. White people can't dance. I can dance. Well, on with the show. Hey, I've had company all week. By the way, no, I need to come back to you. Your mama just listened to gospel music all the time, didn't she?
That's all she listens to.
Yeah. Your dad listens to all kinds
Hey,
of
listen
music.
to everything.
See, I knew you'd have to be a good man. Mama listened to gospel music. You're good.
Listening
That's what
doesn't
my mom-
make you good,
Well, it does because it tells you what you're listening to all the time, so you're thinking about it all the
but
time.
then accepting is what makes you good.
Well, his mama accepted it.
Okay, just checking.
Just checking on you.
Checking on your theology here.
Me and Larry was raised in churches where we couldn't cut our hair, couldn't wear makeup, there wasn't anything we could do.
I could wear makeup. The men could wear makeup. It was the women that couldn't wear makeup.
I was sitting in my first grade class, and we went in and they showed Old Yeller in the in the auditorium, and I knew I was going to die and split hell wide open. I was sitting there watching Old Yeller. Scared me to death. That's a true story. I got a friend in the audience.
Who?
Karen, over there. Karen
Karen?
Mullins, yeah.
Yep.
Put the camera on her, embarrass her to death.
Oh, yeah.
She's with one of Tony's friends. Yeah.
Her daddy was one of the greatest arrangers ever in Nashville. Remember Danny Boy? He arranged the strings on that.
Yeah, he did.
So
I
many
remember
great
that.
songs.
For the good times.
For the good times. Yes, he did arrangement on that.
Yeah. She's my sister. She was my twin sister at church.
Oh, is that right?
We sang in the choir.
Ooh.
Both of you.
We did. Go to the Rock, that was our song. You heard it, you was there.
Of course I was
Apparently you blocked your ears. But anyway, I just had to say that. She's just really sweet. We're going to get back together. We hadn't been together in a long time.
there. And she didn't know that the one that she went to church with was Nadine.
I know, isn't that weird? I mean, how would, my neighbors don't know. I am a hit, I'm telling you. I'm a big hit. Nobody knows. It's secret.
Incognito.
Yeah, we had company all week long. I
Yep.
am so tired. It's family. You know, I have a
They make
special.
you tired.
I have a special place in my heart for family. That's what causes all them palpitations.
That's
Apparently.
right. Tums will get rid of
And
it.
I am the peacemaker in my family
Oh, Lord.
and Homer's family, so that tells you what the rest of them are
What kind
like.
of a family you got?
That's right. And Tony, I'm really not this grouchy. It just, by nature, I'm not. It just takes constant effort on my part. But anyway, Homer's cousin and his wife came and stayed with us for a week. And did you know their son went to 4 years college? Well, he really went 8 years because he got his doctorate, and he didn't learn a thing. He said he got a doctorate, he had a double major, and he got one in psychology, and then he got another one in reverse psychology. Did not learn a thing.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to
I
take Larry
understand
about
that.
30 minutes
picked
on
up
that
on
one.
that.
No, I understand that now. I understand it.
My son and daughter-in-law's got 2 kids. They said college was so expensive, they're not going to have any more because she said life is too hard to be kicked from the inside and the outside. We were talking about biological clocks. I said, well, I've still got one. It's on display at the Smithsonian. Well, honey, at my age, when I hear afternoon delight, that means a nap. Yep, nap time's my happy hour. Well, after that comment, I need to go ahead and go hang the sign
You
up.
probably do. What's it saying
This is a good one
week?
for all y'all, especially
Church
you.
sign. What?
If you don't want anybody to find out, don't do it.
Hey, there's some advice. I like that.
You got it.
Before Nadine, I'd never worked with the dummy before.
Nadine, she makes my heart go bumpity, 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 bumpity.
She's bumping in the door right now.
She looks pretty serious over there.
If I had a pointy boot, it'd have been right up there.
I'm just messing with you, Nadine. You
I
ain't
know
no
you
dummy.
are. I know you are. Well,
How about this one?
ooh, pretty eyes, baby. Lord have mercy, he looks a lot like my Homer.
Now, isn't it weird? Because even though
I know.
you talk to him.
You talk to him. I know. I'm used to doing this.
Are you talking about me or Homer?
Oh,
Take your pick.
if idiots could fly, this place would be an airport. Oh, look at here, look at here, look at here.
Now, y'all check this out.
Shotgun red.
Wow, man.
Check this out. This is the Nadine, what
It's
pudding
a
cup?
redneck dessert glass.
Isn't that cool?
But Paula
That is really
uses
cool.
it for a margarita glass.
Who does?
Paula.
Oh, Paula does.
I just told on her.
Well, there goes the Jerry.
There you go. You want to buy it?
Wow. I want that same yard sale. I think anybody buy that dress.
Boy. I was going to lend this dress to that Joe Stampley.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Joe, what a cool guy, man. He's great.
He is good. Guess what?
Yeah, what?
I just had a birthday last week.
Really? Happy birthday.
Thank you. I just figured out that, I've had a long, good life when you can put your cake mix, in the thing and light the candle and it just cooks itself. Yep. I figured that old age is just like, one of them Paul's planes flying in a rainstorm. It just, once you're on board, you ain't got no control. It's out of your hands.
I don't know how to work with you and shotgun.
No, I'm standing right here between us. Telling you. So you picked him up at a hobby store, huh?
Well, yeah, actually, we become buddies right then. He started working with us on the road, having a good time,
He's cute.
Red, what are you doing?
Look at this.
He's
My
smelling
butt looks like an elbow.
I'm getting my own private show right here.
You ever get tennis butt?
Now,
Nadine, I watch this show all the time. I gotta tell you, from one comedian to another, I get a big kick out of you. You're so great. You're so funny.
Well, you've just about made me speechless.
Well,
just about.
I had a wife
Just
once,
about.
but her husband come got her.
Well, Homer wishes it a lot.
You guys work well together.
Yeah, they got another place on General Jackson. I'm a little afraid of water, but I can wear my water wings.
Yeah, there we go.
Yep,
There we go.
Yep. No, I met your fiance.
Yeah, isn't she sweet?
Pretty little girl.
Yeah.
She ain't little.
Miss Sheila.
How tall are you, Sheila? 5'10". And in heels, you're 6'8", right?
Is that y'all's kid right there?
Yeah. Well, her job on the General Jackson is she gives out shotgun red dolls during the show, runs around in the crowd and does that.
Are we doing that
that's
here?
Yeah, we're doing it here too, yeah.
Oh.
Did you want your doll right now?
I'd love to. Why don't
You wanna
we, are
save
we going
that?
to give one to them?
Yeah, they're going to give one of them too.
Yeah.
All right.
Not every one of them,
How
just
we
one.
how do you want to do that?
Well, what she does is whoever holds their hand up the highest, she just runs through the crowd and picks a person and hands it out.
All right.
All
Get
right.
ready.
Go ahead.
Hand
Get
out
your
one.
hands
I saw one.
All right.
Up high,
I saw
up
one.
high.
Don't hurt to yell either, you know what I'm
Poor old
saying?
Sally's
Scream.
standing up, and it's still ain't tall enough.
Who's she off to there?
She was standing on her tiptoes.
And don't let that blonde hair fool you either. She's sharp as a rock.
Sharp as
Get your hand out of there. She's running her hand up his back.
Stop it.
Well, hey,
Well, I normally don't get this close to you.
I was going to tell you, my nephew and Homer's brother Clyde came over the other day to help him with build a shed out back. And you like rap music?
Hate it.
Good. Just wanted to check before I
Well, I
started.
do. Rap music is for people that can't play music.
You know, I feel that rap is to music what Etch-a-Sketch is to art. He pulled up there, had that old thing going, the car was just rocking and all that stuff. Biggest redneck I've ever seen, listening to rap music. But they was over there helping him build that. And I looked at Clyde, I looked at Homer, and I thought, bless their hearts. You know, when they was there, when they was young, did you know that the drug of choice was mercurochrome?
That's a long time
It
ago.
was. It was. I just,
Till you've been held down and had that rubbed in some of you. You just don't know.
that's right. Looks like all this crowd should know what
Yeah, they know
mercurochrome is.
mercurochrome. Yeah, methylate's another one.
Yeah. But anyway, and that nephew, bless his heart, he's as useful as a bucket under a bull.
Oh, because you can't milk a bull. Now I understand.
Whoa, that was sharp.
Yeah, you're smoother than a ball-bearing mousetrap.
I told Sheila she was actually out in the parking lot digging around the car window with a coat hanger. I said, "Did you lock us out of there?" She said, "Yeah, just for fun. I went around the passenger side and tried to handle, and the door popped right open." I said, "It's open over here." She said, "I already did that side."
Speaking of
Here
calm,
she comes.
just kick it open.
Do it every time.
How you doing, Nadine?
Well, honey, any day above the flower bed's a good day.
That's right. That's right. Of course,
Well,
Tartar would help you plant that flower bed.
Yeah, I quit planting a long time ago.
Why?
I got other things to do.
Oh. Well, that certainly helps our
like
sponsor.
Eat cows, eat cake and pies. Well, I love Ann. Hey, Ann's a newlywed. I'm going to meet her after the show and give her some marital advice.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I want to listen in on that one.
How you doing, Gene? Looky here. We just saw you in Branson not long ago.
Boy, did we have fun or what?
We did, didn't we? Have we been on that cruise yet? Did we have fun there? Or? If we haven't, we're going to have fun.
That one's over with, though. We got another one to look forward
That's right.
to now.
Well, I didn't know if we'd been on that one yet or
Oh, yeah,
not.
yeah. We've been to Alaska
Have we?
already.
Okay,
Oh,
we've
and it
been
was
to
so much
Alaska.
fun.
You was funny. I'm telling you, you were good.
was
You
funny.
won a bunch of money, didn't you?
I was funny.
Well, you are
Funny
funny.
money.
You are funny.
Don't start
Nobody out
talking-
here knows it, but
Don't start talking about winning.
I think Mo won quite a bit that night.
Don't start talking about Mo.
Well, I ain't gonna talk about that then. You know what? I was watching TV this morning. Is there ever a day that mattresses are not on sale?
No.
And you know something else I found out?
What?
That women that carry a little extra weight live longer than the men that mention it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the one that
can
gets me,
understand that.
Ooh, I didn't know we had this.
yeah, go ahead. It's just $5 a piece.
That's right, I know the owner. Go ahead.
Yeah, so do I. Do you know that you make me do this all the time? You screw me up. Oh yeah.
I just wanted some coconut.
I remember now.
Go ahead.
I was going to ask Keith about this one.
Yes.
It said on there this morning that 4 out of 5 people have diarrhea. Mm-hmm. Does that mean that 1 out of the 5 enjoy it? They said they suffer from
Why are you asking me that question is what I want to
Well,
know.
you're the one that knows of everything. You're the
Oh.
one that knows everything in here.
Oh. I don't know how to answer that question.
Okay, well, we won't. Don't worry about
me
it.
unaware here.
Because I want to tell you something else. I just thought about this. Gene Watson, at all these cruises we're on, all these women are out there shouting and screaming and carrying on. I mean, they're up in the balcony and they're just waving and
You're right in the middle of them,
screaming.
too.
And it never bothered me till I had to do a show. And ain't one guy in that audience got up and jumped around and screamed and hollered at me.
Gene, we'll have to go sit in the audience one day and watch her and shout and scream for her.
Well, heck,
I'll pay you. I'll pay you to do it.
You ought to just see what goes on backstage when you're out there, just from my guys.
Oh, I love your guys.
They love you too.
I love him. I got to tell y'all what happened to me last weekend.
Okay.
Me and Homer went down to Birmingham to visit some relatives, and I was driving because he don't see well. And we were speeding down the highway, and the cop stopped us. The highway patrol stopped us. And I pulled over, and I don't hear as good as I used to. And yeah, I don't. And then when you roll the window down and all them traffic going by, flying by, and I couldn't hear him real good. And he said, "Lady, do you know you're speeding?" And I couldn't hear him. I said, "Homer, what did he say?" He said, "You're speeding." I said, "Yeah, I realize that now." And he said, "Let me see your license." And I looked at him, I said, "What did he say?" He wants to see your license. So he looked at my license and he said, "Oh, I see you're from Tennessee." He said, "I was there one day and I dated this woman and I think she was about the ugliest woman I ever met." And I looked at Homer and I said, "What did he say?" He said, "He knows you." I told him, I said, "You have the right to remain silent and you better shut up." All right.
That's cool.
I'm on over and put up the sign.
Put up the church sign, all right? What's
This
it
is
gonna
a
say
good
today?
one.
Good one?
It says, "God's watching you and our state troopers have radar."
If you want to have fun,
See Gene Watson?
oh, well, that's true.
Yeah.
But if you're, let's say you're 14. Nah, I better make it younger than that. Better make it 11.
Can't hardly remember back that far.
Take a hair dryer,
Oh.
go out and stand on the interstate and point it.
Oh, you can do that at 70.
You can do what?
You can do that at 70.
Oh, is that right? You'd know, wouldn't you?
Yeah, sounds like somebody's done it.
Whoa, now
What
look
that
out.
means, Tracy.
Uh-oh.
Here
Look
she
out.
comes.
With that
Oh, Nadine, Nadine.
wicked grin on her face.
I hear you want to talk to me about some frog legs.
Whoa!
I said that if you treated me nice, we could probably whip up some frog legs in the kitchen.
That's not what he said, Nadine.
I don't think that's what it was. Don't play stupid with me. I'm better at it. Tracy Lawrence. Law,
Hey,
it's good to
Nadine,
see
how
you.
are you, baby?
How are you doing?
I'm better now that you're here.
Woo!
Glory be.
I tell you what, I was reading about you. You've sold 13 million albums,
Yes, ma'am.
and they said you was about the best played artist on the radio.
There was a time when I was. Not so much anymore.
Well, you know,
but
they tell me that I have a face for radio.
I think you're adorable.
Thank you. Your check's in the mail. It ain't much, but it's in the mail. No, but you need to talk to my husband, Homer. He writes songs every once in a while. I think he might have one for you. He's got a couple of them, and one of them was, I keep forgetting I forgot about you. And you might be able to do something with that.
I'll have to give it a listen.
Yeah, he's got a lot of really brilliant friends. He took one of them duck hunting yesterday. I don't know if it's duck hunting season or not. I don't really care, but they went duck hunting, and there was this big old duck flying over, and Homer reared back, got that rifle, and shot that duck, and it dropped to the ground. And he said, "What do you think about that?" His buddy said, "Well, I think you wasted a bullet." He said, "What do you mean by that?" He said, "Well, that fall would have killed it."
That's good.
Brilliant.
That's good.
He same one went to the hardware store and bought a box of mothballs. And next day went back and bought another one. The guy clerk said, "Weren't you in here yesterday buying these same things?" He said, "Yeah." But he said, "You know what? Them moths are fast and they're tough to hit." I'm around this all the time. All the time.
Kind of warps you, doesn't it?
It does, with both sides of the family. I mean, it's, they're just all over the place. Bubba, my nephew was going down to this, he was going downtown past.
She did.
No, I did not.
You sure did. You did right there.
Well, excuse me. Long, I'm so embarrassed.
Better than something else.
That's right. Better than alternative, which could happen any moment. But anyway, he was going past this big old building downtown, and it said, "Ring for the night watchman." And so he rang the bell, and this old night watchman come clomping down the steps and went through the first gate, went through the second gate, turned off the alarm, walked through the revolving door and said, "What do you want?" He said, "I just want to know why we have to ring it for you. Why can't you ring it yourself?"
Ring for the night watchman.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I
I'm
get
around
it. It took me a while.
A lot of you people have joined the ranks. It's about as sensible as a grave robber at a crematorium. Yep. Thanks, Keith. Thanks.
I got it. I got that one right away.
Yeah. Your son Jared.
Yep.
Matt
Yes,
and
I know
Jared.
my
You know
son
him?
Jared.
You
I know
him?
him.
Well, I know my son Matt.
Yeah,
and
they're
buddies.
friends.
Yeah. And they go hiking all the time. Well, one of their buddies got bit by a snake one day when they were going out. They were out hiking not long ago. Yeah. I said, "What did y'all do?" He said, "Well, they made that X, and sucked the poison out." He said, "I was on a log one time not long ago and got bit on the rear end with one." Yeah. He said, I said, "What did y'all do?" He said, "That's when you find out who your friends are." I did that one for Tracy.
That's when you tell them they're going to die.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's the way I heard it.
That's when they said that. Yep. I'm gonna put the sign
Doctor
up.
said you're gonna die, sucker.
All righty. The sign on the church is gonna say, "When in doubt, take the next small step." Think about it.
When in doubt,
Just
take
move
the
on.
next.
Just move on.
I appreciate you
Lord of
explaining them
mercy.
signs. Do you stand out? Do you stand out in front of the church and explain it to all the people driving by?
I gotta find some better, sharper friends. Is what I gotta do.
Larry, Larry,
I'm gonna start.
let her tell about the. I love the story because I'm going to be a grandma. I love the story.
The baby?
About the baby.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
tell the story about the baby.
I saw a real cute pregnant lady out there a while ago out in the parking lot.
Uh-huh.
Yep, real cute one. Baby's got the cutest little nose. You ought to see it. I saw it. It's not born yet, but I saw it.
Wait a minute. How did you see the baby when she's still?
I saw the pictures.
Oh,
of
the
it.
sonograms, or whatever they call those things.
Now, see, who made up that word?
I don't know.
It's like you got to put it in an envelope and mail it. But anyway, yeah, it was a real stormy night, and there was this pregnant lady at home by herself with her 3-year-old. I guess she wasn't by herself if she was with her 3-year-old. But anyway, she was at home.
Yeah.
And you got an hour or so. But anyway, she went into labor, and she called the EMTs, and they ran over there to that house. They go in there, and the lights are out, and they lay her on the
Something
floor.
happened with the electricity, right?
Yeah, electricity
Okay.
went out. That's what I said. Lights. It was dark.
It was dark.
And that's what happens when electricity
The lights
goes
go out.
And but anyway, they're having this baby's being born.
Yep.
And he said, "Look, 3-year-old was real nervous. She was crying." He said, "You hold the flashlight on Mama, and then you gonna help me." And so she said, "Okay." So she's holding that flashlight up there, and the baby's born, little baby brother, and he reaches up, holds him up, spanks his bottom, and he looks over at that 3-year-old and he said, "What do you think about that?" She said, "Well, I think you ought to spank him again for climbing up in there."
Whoa. Uh-oh. Guess who's here? I meant to tell you, Joe, she loved fiddle players, so. All right. Got a thing about fiddle players.
What? No, you're supposed to stand.
Somebody got her seat.
You're a stand-up comedian.
No, I'm not.
Sit
I'm
down,
a sit-down one. Too old to stand up.
I don't know why somebody moved your stool.
Keith did it.
I didn't do it.
How y'all doing?
Keith did it.
I know he
I'd tell
did
you
it.
if I did.
How y'all doing? Good to have y'all.
Thank you.
We're on a cruise with these people all the time. Ain't they a cute couple?
Which two?
You know about Joe and Greg?
Mike and Joni.
Oh, yes.
I didn't even know Joni could sing till they had some night out there, and she was out there belting it out, and I thought, Lord, that girl can sing. That's why she's here. You have to watch them, though. They're cute and they're quiet, but you know what? Those are the kind of people to have half a dozen corpses in their basement.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm kidding. Am I going to eat this with my finger?
You know what? You lost the cherry on it.
Turkey. I tell you.
Could you say, may I have a spoon, please, or something?
Did Larry take it?
I don't know.
Well, I guess I'll just sit here and watch Larry eat.
Here. Here's your straw. You want it?
Our kids came over to the house last night. You know.
I'll get you a new cup of coffee.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I've had enough. I'm going to be on the ceiling the next hour. Had 6 cups of coffee today. But kids was over at the house, and I thought, while I was sitting there looking at them, I thought, you know what? By the time you get experienced at being a parent, they grow up and leave. You know, they just leave. Of course, they always show up again later on down the road.
In your basement.
Yep.
Living.
Yeah, that's true. I wanted my children to be independent and headstrong, but not while I was raising them.
That's true.
That is true.
Here, how many you want?
I got it.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
That's him. That's his.
Go ahead. Keep up.
But you know, my kids were always, the bathroom was their favorite place to wait while I went and got groceries, because then they could stay in the bathroom till I got them all unloaded.
Oh, yes.
My kids did that all the time.
Cheap trick, but it works.
You realize we're doing this on television?
I do. That's a nice thing about these reality shows. You just do whatever you do. You just sit here and drink coffee, and people sit there and watch you. It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
You need to let go, you just let go.
I sit down there at night and... Well, that's true.
Get tape
Keith.
for his mouth.
What's very innocent.
That's bad. Y'all just got me all off. My goodness gracious. I filled in for a Sunday school teacher Sunday, and she didn't call me till Sunday morning, so I didn't have time to prepare anything. So I just went in and I said, they were third graders. I love it. I said, what'd y'all learn this year? And this one little boy said, well, we learned that Moses died before they reached Canada.
That's good. That's good.
And then this other little girl, she said, yeah, and Joshua led the Hebrews in the Battle of Jericho. I'll tell you, my friend knows her Bible.
Yeah, that's right.
And she said, one little girl said, what did she say?
I don't know. I wasn't there. Was it the little girl
this is a real fiasco here, you know?
Was it the little girl that drew a picture of the nativity scene?
I hadn't heard that
And the
one.
teacher said, who's that? I said, well, that's Mother Mary. Who's that? That's Joseph. Who's that? Baby Jesus. And who is this little round guy over here? So that's Round John Virgin.
Yeah, he was in Robin Hood, wasn't he? Thank you for getting that, Larry.
Yes, yes.
No, this other little boy, he said, well, my daddy told us a story about Lot's wife. And I said, yeah, what about Lot's wife? He said, well, he said she was a pillar of salt by day and a ball of fire by night. But my daughter was laughing last night. She said, you know, Mama, when we were teenagers, you were so loud. You screamed at us so much. She said, even our neighbors washed their hands and cleaned their rooms. I'm going to go on over and put the song
Please
up.
do that.
Please. It's rough. It's a rough crowd. All right. It says, if you want to do something for your children, work to improve your marriage.
That's
Hey,
good.
there
There's
you
a young
go.
couple.
That's
Y'all
good.
listen to that now.
That's right.
All these others, kids are gone.
They were kicked out of the house. Thank you, Nadine.
They'll be back.
They will.
Hey, and if you like this one, you'll love this one. Just go to the link.